Hi guys and girls, it's Mrs. Gudrow, an instructional coach here at Ridgeview. I'm going to be reading Chapter 7 called A Mouse Tail Message. Upon arriving home from the riverside field, Borden pushed back the plywood cover on the owl box and peered in. He sighed with relief. Barty was still alive. Leon leaned over his shoulder. The owlet saw him, fluttered his wings, and called hungrily. Borden dropped a mouse at his feet. "That ought to hush him up," he said. It did not, so Leon dropped the other one. They waited, but Barty did not eat. He just looked at the mice, then up at Leon. His black eyes concentrated on Leon's. He cried for food. "Why isn't he eating?" Borden asked. "Put the cover on," said Leon. "Owls eat in the dark." Borden did. The phone rang. It was Jimmy Odlin, asking him to work for him at the gas station for a few hours. His mother wanted him to babysit. "Sure," Borden answered and hung up. "Tell Mom I'll be home late," he said, putting on his slicker as he ran out the door. "I'm working for Jimmy." That night, around midnight, Leon awoke. He put on his bathrobe and went quietly into the kitchen. He lifted the plywood cover. Barty stared up at him. "Still alive," he said sternly. "Good." The two mice lay untouched at his feet. "Why don't you eat?" he asked. "You can't die on me, you know." He picked up a mouse and dangled it, tail down, before Barty. Barty looked at Leon, fluttered his wings, and begged. "What are you trying to tell me?" Leon asked, kneeling by the box. "Am I doing something wrong?" The owl reached up and nibbled the mouse tail. He closed his eyes. "Want the tail? Okay." He cut it off with his penknife and held it before Barty. The owl took it to his beak and swallowed it. "Good," he said. "Now eat the rest." Barty took the mouse to his beak, but did not swallow it. "Eat!" Leon said, and went back to bed. In morning he rose before the others and opened the owl box. "Borden," he called out, "come here. The owl's dying." It was Sally who arrived first. "What owl?" "Barty," said his father, pointing. "Oh, Pop!" she exclaimed, dropping to her knees. "He's adorable!" She pushed back her red, stringy curls. "What's wrong with him?" "Won't eat." "Who won't eat?" asked Cindy, Leon's wife, stepping into the kitchen. She had come home late last night and had not seen the owl in the box in the kitchen. "An owlet," said Sally. "Let me see it." Cindy got down on all fours and peered at the bird. "Why, he's only a baby!" she exclaimed. "He needs baby bites." "Yeah," said Leon. "I guess that's what he was trying to tell me when he nibbled the tail. He wants little pieces." "What kind of owl is this?" Sally asked suspiciously. "Barred owl," said Leon. "Barred owl?" said Cindy. "Are you sure?" "Of course I am," Leon replied. "I haven't been in the forest all my life not to know a barred owl when I see one." "Are you really sure?" "Of course he is," said Sally. "Pop knows owls, for goodness sake." Leon took one of the mice outside in the wood pile and chopped it into small pieces. He was going to tell the kids they would have to care for the owlet if they wanted to keep it, but when he returned, Cindy was in the shower, Sally was washing pans, and Borden was still in bed. No one, he saw, was going to keep the owl alive but him. He knelt down by the box and held out a morsel to Barty. Barty swallowed it with two thrusts of his head, closing his eyes as he did so. "Hey, he's eating!" Leon shouted. No one cheered, so he gave Barty another bite, and soon the mouse was gone, and the second one too. "You ate 2 whole mice," he said to the owl. Barty's breast puffed out where the good food lay in his crop, the storage compartment in his throat in the throat of a bird. He fluttered the wings and looked at Leon's face. "More?" he asked. "You're crazy. That's all you get." And he went off to shower and dress. When he returned, Borden and Sally were at the kitchen table eating breakfast cereal. "Hey, Pop," Borden said, looking him over. "How come you got your hickory on? You shouldn't be in your work shirt today. It's Sunday." "I'm going to the riverside field," he answered. "Oh," said Borden, who had gotten home late and fallen into bed. He hadn't thought about the owlet until this moment. "How's Barty?" "I think he's dying," said Leon, picking up a sack of traps. "And I'm going to see to it that he lives until the court hearing, after which I'll wring his neck." "Maybe you're not feeding him enough," said Sally. "Mr. James said barred owlets need big food, flying squirrels, gophers, rats, and lots of them." "What were you talking to him for?" Leon snapped. "I wasn't," said Sally. "I took his course, remember?" "He came by the station yesterday," said Borden. "He asked me to tell you he didn't mean to hit you, and that he had a summons too." "Good," Leon smiled. "I asked him how much food owlets need." "What'd you do that for?" "You want the owl to live, don't you?" Borden snapped. "What did he say?" 9 to 10 mice a day." 9 to 10 a day?" roared Leon. "He's not worth the effort." "Better than paying the fine, isn't it?" "Well, how do I know the judge will care?" "Well, don't feed him then," Sally said. She picked up the fuzzy bird and hugged him to her. "Wow, he's weak as jelly." Barty felt the warmth of Sally's body and snuggled against her. He rolled under his sharp claws so he would not injure her, just as his mother had done when she came into the nest. Leon observed this without comment. Then he put on his slicker and went out into the pouring rain.